So you work for Andy Elliott, you work for Jeremy Minor.
Hmm.
How did you get a job working for those guys?
So, God, that's a really funny story. So I'm gonna give some background first because this goes all the way back to 2023. So I graduated high school in June of 2023, and I was sort of in the position where I had no idea what I wanted to do. I'd gotten into some schools, but they were all either schools I didn't want to go to or they were just way too expensive. And I had seen all of these people online talking about sales, drop shipping, e-com, all the typical side hustles. And I thought to myself, okay, you know what? I have no idea what I want to do. I may as well just build a skill set before I jump, headfirst into 60K a year in debt. So I decided to get into sales. And actually, where I'm at right now, this is where I started in Napa. Started, hustling. I joined a program that cost $5,800. It was a sales mentorship program where they would, place you into a sales job. So I joined this offer where it's just straight cold calling. It was super unorganized. There wasn't really much to it, but that was the first sales job I really ever had, and it made me realize, damn, I suck at sales. Let me get some resources on how to get better. So that's when I went on YouTube, found Jeremy, found Andy Elliott, and I ended up first thing I ever got was a Andy Sales Warrior playbook. So that was really the first step, and this is where it gets interesting. There's one day where I'm eating lunch, and out of nowhere, I just get a call, and I just hear this massive amount of energy, and it's one of Andy Elliott's sales guys. And I mean, whoever's listening, I'm sure it's like a lot of like entrepreneurship people and business people, sales people, people in college, right? It's
Yeah.
I knew exactly what was going to happen, so I was like, okay, I'm not about to get closed, but I ended up getting closed, so I ended up buying an event ticket, and I just loved the energy, and I thought to myself, hey, if he can close me, this has got to be the place where you learn how to get really good at sales. I'm
Yeah.
just going to work here. So I that was sort of the point where I really wanted to like get into that whole world. So what ended up happening, I ended up messaging who he was at the time the COO of the Elliott Group. I messaged him, "Hey, I saw you on the FaceTime I was on with the guy that I was speaking to. What do I need to do to join?" And first off, he had said, buy the event ticket. I did that, but then he out of nowhere told me do 400 push-ups every single day for a month. That was that was the first thing he told me to do. So I actually did it. Like I'm not bullshitting. I started. Wait, am I allowed to curse on this?
Yeah, yeah, you can say whatever you want. How
Okay.
how did they know that you did? Did you have to send him a video of you doing push-ups or explain that?
So at first, I didn't really send any videos. I would just message him, did it, did it. But then as I started really getting into it, I would take time lapse videos of me
Yeah.
just doing 400, and I would send it to him every single day.
Wow.
And there were times where he like wouldn't even respond for 2 weeks. He would just leave them unopened, and I just kept sending them. And
Okay, okay. So you're sending this guy videos of you doing 400 push-ups every single day. You had to do 400 push-ups every single day to get a job. Okay, that's
yeah,
fine. So keep sending them. Sometimes he doesn't respond. Other times he does. So then, how does
yeah,
that transition into actually getting into the company?
yeah. So I ended up flying down to Scottsdale, Arizona. That's where the Elliott Group is for the event. And the guy that had sold me the ticket, we ended up becoming friends during that time. We were talking a lot. We kept in touch. He had told me he would get me an interview. And just through doing those push-ups as well, the COO, he ended up leaving like right when I got to Scottsdale. He left the company for another company.
Yeah.
But because I had done that, he basically said, "Hey, I respect you. You followed through. Even if I'm not at that company, I'm still going to put in a word. And that's how I got the interview.
Interesting. Okay, so for every single person that wants to get a job there, do they make them do 400 push-ups every day?
No, that
They
was
don't. It's
Andy.
just
Yeah,
a
apparently, Andy didn't even know about it. That was just like a random thing the guy told me to do.
interesting. And are you able to talk about the interview process at all? Like, is it a typical interview style, or is there just crazy random things that you've never seen before?
It was it was pretty typical. So the first interview it wasn't with Andy. It was with one of the more senior people. They basically just asked us. It was me and another guy's name is Alan. I'm still really good friends with him. She just basically asked us a bunch of questions about where we came from, our sales experience, why we wanted to join the company, and for that interview, we actually both ended up getting rejected because we had only been to one event. Both of us had only been to one event, and all the employees at that company, they some of them have spent like $20,000 to $30,000 training with Andy. They were in car sales, and they killed it with this training. That's how they got hired. But yeah, she'd basically told us, hey, you need to invest more in yourself and with us, and we need to be around. You need to be around us more.
Yeah.
So we ended up getting the training program, the training platform, and then we tried basically selling their courses as affiliates first. We didn't end up getting any sales, but
Yeah.
just seeing that, we did that for 2 weeks. That's how we got the second interview with Andy.
Oh, so Andy interviewed you.
Yeah, in the end, he interviewed us. Then his wife, Jacqueline Elliott, she interviewed us for the final interview, and that's how we got the job.
Wow. Okay. So talk to me about that interview. Was it
It was
was it a
crazy.
typical? Is he challenging you? What does it look like?
He was trying to read us. He was trying to get a good feel for who we were. So the one thing Andy always says, the eyes are the windows to the soul.
Yeah.
The entire time he spoke to us, we would not break eye contact at all. So it was almost like him sizing us up, seeing if we could actually make it. And he was, asking us very similar questions, but then he was telling us about the culture there, what it was like, what to expect.
Yeah.
Almost almost to see if we could handle it because it was
So
intense.
if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Somewhere on the screen should direct you to somewhere else in our channel. But as always, believe foolishly.